Hey, what's up, guys? You like to cook? I like to cook. Hey, what I got here, I want to share with you what I've got. Let's see. I don't know how good you can see. What I've done is I've created a dish here. I call it spicy salmon stir fry. Kind of just came up with this a little bit by accident, almost. Just something I created in my mind. I got a little olive oil in there, right here. This kind, organic Italian. I don't know. It looked like it might be good. And I've sauteed onions, mushrooms, fresh sliced red pepper, fresh sliced jalapeno, fresh sliced habanero, and I've cooked all this together with the salmon. The salmon started to break apart, and that when I tried to flip it, usually I cook it golden brown on each side. And I had a mistake this time, and it all fell apart. So I just kind of decided to try something new, chop it all up, and make like a little stir fry. Just let it cook in some juices there. It looks pretty good. I tried a little bit of it, and it is pretty good. And I got over here, those things, believe it or not, are really delicious. I've already ate a lot of them already. Couldn't help it. They were really good. Those are fresh green beans, and I cooked them in some olive oil and a little Creole seasoning, a little hemp oil mixed in there. And those things are absolutely delicious, I'm telling you. And over here I have another one of my creations. These are my spicy pinto beans, and all three of these dishes here have the same vegetable and pepper mixture sauteed in olive oil, and with a little bit, very, very little bit of hemp oil added. And so I've got this mixture cooked in. I got it sauteed really good. And then after it's been sauteed, I added my pinto beans, nothing fancy, just canned pinto beans. And those beans come with, like, you know, there's a little bit of some juice and broth that's cooked with the beans, I guess, in the can. And what I've noticed when I cook these beans for a long time, that sauce that comes with the beans will start to really thicken up and caramelize, and it makes a really, really good tasty sauce. Especially if you can take some good seasoning and really get that seasoning in there early and get it soaked in. When it reduces down, it'll have a really good flavor. I just used Badea fajita seasoning. I really put a lot of fajita seasoning in that juice and mix it in real good, and it condenses down into this creamy type of sauce, you know. And it's really good. It's starting to thicken up pretty good right now. Let's see, starting to thicken up pretty good. It's sticking to the pan. So yeah, that's going to be. Well, I don't know how original it is, but I like to cook my food for a really long time. To me, everything that you cook it longer, it seems like it's better, you know. Over here I got the shrimp cooking in some juices. I first sauteed the vegetables. Same way, vegetables and peppers with olive oil inside the pan. Then I added the shrimp with the generous amount of Old Bay seasoning. I got a low sodium because you know, not good to have that much salt, you know. So anyway, this is cooking here. It's been stewing for a little while. You know, shrimp, they say, is something you don't cook for a long time, but you know, I cooked my shrimp for a while, and maybe it's just a unique taste that I got, but I like it, man. I like it when it's sat there and stewed for a long time. Brings a lot of flavor out. What I add to some of these dishes here is, you see the juice that comes in this jar? I call it juice. It's sort of like vinegar. It's not exactly juice, but whatever. I buy this big bottle because it actually comes with more juice. I mean, they're getting over on the customer by adding more juice to it and then saying it weighs more. There's not really that many more slices in it. But the thing is that I use the juice for cooking. I've poured that juice in with that meat, and I've let it kind of thicken up and making a sauce. And I've done the same thing here with this. You see that that sauce in the bottom there, I created that with the juices, the olive oil, the caramelization of the peppers and the vegetables. And then I added that vinegar based jalapeno flavored whatever you want to call it, sauce. It thickens up, It all forms together and it makes a very unique flavor. And this is what I kind of get a little bit excited because this is my creation. I don't think there's anywhere else on planet Earth you're going to go and you're going to find this same dish. And I tell you what, this is one of the most delicious things that I've ever eaten in my life. That's the truth. And you can only get it one place, right here at my house. That's where this dish is inspired. That's where this dish was created, and that's where this dish is enjoyed. Enjoyed more than probably any person ever enjoyed food, I guess. I got this wine here. Let's see. This is the first time I had it. And I'll be honest with you, I like the label. And it costs a lot. I am no wine connoisseur. I like Pinot Noir. Red wine, I like the flavor of it. This wine here had a cool label and it costed a little bit more. So with my ignorance of wine, I figured, well, cool label, costs more, maybe it is a better wine. So I bought it, and it turns out it is a pretty damn good bottle of wine. And that, I think, wine always goes very well with cooking. I think wine is responsible for a lot of inspiration when it comes to cooking. So cooking with wine is a good thing, I think. Anyway, this has been Cooking with Kenny, Ken, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for dinner, I guess. And I'm going to end this video and I'm going to post it, and hopefully people will like it. All right.